भी, और साथ में ये जो चाहे जैन एकेडमी ऑफ स्कॉलर्स हो, चाहे साइंटिफिक एंड स्पिरिचुअल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट हो, चाहे डॉक्टर दौलत सिंह कोठारी इंस्टीट्यूट हो, इस सब के ये फाउंडर मेंबर हैं। तो आप इनका कमिटमेंट जैन धर्म के लिए आप समझ सकते हैं कितना है। तो जहाँ तक इनके प्रोफेशनल कैरियर का सवाल है, वो मैं आपको थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ इनके बारे में दूंगा। तो डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र पोखरना is PhD in physics, postdoctoral in biophysics, and has done postgraduate diploma in operations research. He was a scientist at ISRO for 19 years and was also chief operating officer at High Tech Outsourcing Services for 7 years. He has around 150 publications, including scientific notes, technical notes, papers in national and international journals, articles in newspapers and magazines, etc., in the field of physics, operations, research, journal system theory, remote sensing, sustainable development, Jainism, Indian culture, parapsychology, and spirituality, etc. He was actively involved in starting SSRI, as I told you, and he was also involved in starting Daulat Singh Kothari Institute and education at Udaipur, and spreading principle of Sat, Ahimsa and Aparigraha, Achor, Brahmachar and Anekant for better life in the society using integrated approach involving physical as well as social science. So one more thing that I want to add, he is doing PhD in consciousness at this age, and he is taking a lot of pains for completing his work. So it is really great. So with this introduction, I invite Dr. S.S. Pokharna Saab to give his talk. If you want to share the screen, please share.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अनिल जैन साहब। ये सब आप लोगों की मेहरबानी है कुछ मैं कर पा रहा हूँ। हमारे माताजी पिताजी का आशीर्वाद है और बहुत से आचार्यों का, गुरुजनों का आशीर्वाद है, इसलिए ये संभव हो पा रहा है। तो ये इसका टाइटल है, मतलब वो आप जानते, बता दिया मैंने। क्यों जरूरी है ये मतलब एक्चुअली मैं शुरू करूं उसके पहले, मैं आप सभी जानते हैं लेकिन फिर भी मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि भारत ने इस ओलंपिक में गोल्ड मेडल जीता है। नीरज चोपड़ा जी हैं, उन्होंने वो भाला फेंक में मतलब है जो जीता है, और बहुत बहुत गौरव की बात है। और इस बार जैसे 6-7 मेडल जीते हैं भारत ने, मेरे ख्याल से ये शायद पहली बार हुआ, इसके पहले कभी नहीं हुआ मतलब। तो ये बहुत गौरव की बात है और उससे मेरे को भी इंस्पिरेशन मिल रहा है कि अब भारत के लोग कुछ कर सकते हैं मतलब। और पर्टिकुलरली जैन कम्युनिटी है जो अहिंसा की सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत है, अपरिग्रह की सबसे जरूरत है आज विश्व को, तो उसके लिए भी बहुत कुछ काम कर सकती है। और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैन एकेडमी ऑफ स्कॉलर जो मंच बना है, इस मंच के माध्यम से हम काफी बड़ी एक्टिविटी शुरू कर सकते हैं। तो मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ। ये शीर्षक आपने दिया है और जैसा कि मैं ये हमेशा करता हूँ, ये भी लेक्चर मैं हमारे पूजनीय पिताजी और माताजी को समर्पित करता हूँ, जिनके मतलब संस्कार से और उनकी जो शिक्षा से कि विज्ञान और धर्म को जोड़ने की जरूरत है, उनके प्रेरणा से ही यह काम संभव हो पा रहा है मतलब। तो इंटरनेशनल डे ऑफ नॉन वायलेंस ये मतलब 2007 के अंदर डिक्लेयर किया गया था और भारत सरकार के मतलब अनुरोध पर ऐसा हुआ था। तो द यूनाइटेड नेशन जनरल असेंबली टुडे डिसाइडेड टू ऑब्जर्व द इंटरनेशनल डे ऑफ नॉन वायलेंस ईच ईयर ऑन 2 अक्टूबर, द बर्थ एनिवर्सरी ऑफ महात्मा गांधी, who helped lead India to independence and inspired movements for civil rights and freedom across the world. Introducing the resolution adopted by the 192-member body, Anand Sharma, India's Minister of State for External Relations, said the idea originated at an international conference on peace, non-violence and empowerment Gandhian philosophy in the 21st century, conveyed in New Delhi in January this year, that is 2007. The late leader's novel mode of mass mobilization and non-violent action brought down colonialism, strengthened the roots of popular the sovereignty of civil, political, and economic rights, and greatly influenced many a freedom struggle and inspired leaders like Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King uh, Jr. Mr. Sharma stated the assembly desiring to secure a culture of peace, tolerance, understanding, and non-violence invited states, United Nations bodies, regional and non-governmental organizations and individuals to commemorate the day, including through education and public awareness. तो ये UN resolution का ब्रीफ में आपको मैंने बताया मतलब उसके बाद में ये जो गांधी जी के 10 प्रिंसिपल्स हैं मतलब तो ये मैं रिपीट करूंगा एक्चुअली आप जानते हैं बहुत से So non-violence is the greatest force at the disposal of mankind. It is mightier than the mightiest weapon of destruction devised by the ingenuity of man. Anger is the enemy of non-violence and pride is a monster that swallows it up. Non-violence requires a double faith, faith in God and also faith in man. My religion is based on truth and non-violence. Truth is my God, non-violence is the means of realizing Him. I have nothing new to teach the world. Truth and non-violence are as old as the hills. As I have done is to try experiments in both on as vast as scale as I could. Liberty and democracy become unholy when their hands are dyed red with innocent blood. Non-violence is the article of faith. I cannot teach you violence as I do not myself believe in it. I can only teach you not to bow your heads before anyone, even at the cost of your life. Non-violence is not a garment to be put on and off at will. Its seat is in the heart. And this is what I want to emphasize, and it must be an inseparable part of our being. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. ये गांधी जी की फिलोसॉफी है, ये बहुत रिलेवेंट आज भी है, ये उस समय थी, बहुत पहले का है, मतलब ये लगभग मतलब 70-80 साल पहले के स्टेटमेंट है. तो अभी क्या है, नाउ व्हाई दिस इज सो इम्पोर्टेंट एज ऑन टुडे. तो अभी ये इसकी एक समझ है कि अर्थ इज मूविंग टुवर्ड फिक्स्ड एक्सटिंक्शन ड्यू टू फास्ट डिक्रीज इन द नंबर ऑफ बायोलॉजिकल स्पीशीज एंड अदर लिविंग थिंग्स. अरे पूर्वी जरा अनम्यूट करो, ये सबको म्यूट करो, सॉरी. There is environmental degradation due to human activities, climate change, and too much focus on economic development instead of spiritual development. This can be stopped only if people live in peace, harmony, and respect for the society, environment, and ecological balances. This in turn requires adoption of Gandhian principles of living and a global perspective of Indian knowledge system. Now, to be more specific, I just want to give you some data why this is so important now to spread this message of Ahimsa and to celebrate this International Non-Violence Day. Now, these are the data I am giving. We are losing more than 25,000 biological species every year, which is a lot faster than we are discovering them. तो आजकल जैसे अपने को मतलब चिड़िया देखने को नहीं मिलती, बिट्ठू देखने को नहीं मिलते, तितलियां देखने को नहीं मिलती है, ये सब है जो मतलब खत्म होते जा रहे हैं. और एवरी ईयर वी आर लूजिंग 25,000 बायोलॉजिकल स्पीशीज. Then 150 billion animals are slaughtered every year. 150 billion मतलब 15,000 करोड़, जो ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन से लगभग मतलब 100 गुना से भी ज्यादा है. For food, what effect do they have on climate? Half of the animals in the world have disappeared since 1970. Actually, जो मतलब कल हमने डेटा देखा था तो not half but 60% of the animals have disappeared since 1970 till 2020. इसके डेटा अवेलेबल हैं. Now almost the entire decline is due to human activity through habitat loss, deforestation, climate change, overfishing and hunting and eating. Now, is science and technology, economic development and the environmental degradation responsible for this? So this we have to study the relation also between science, technology, economic development and the environmental degradation. This is also need of the hour. Now, these are some general things many of you might be knowing, but still I thought that I should just show this slide. Some of you might have already seen it. Population is increasing and resources are shrinking, but consumption of resources is increasing. Automation, computerization is increasing, but jobs are decreasing. Now, these are some of the reasons why there is a feeling of violence among the people. Sperm counts in males have gone down by 50% in last 50 years. Females are behaving more like males. It is leading to a huge competition even among men and women. And it creates some kind of feeling of ill will among men and women also. Now only few years are left to reverse irreversible changes taking place in the climate. And I think that now probably they have started these irreversible changes. So we have, this is a wake-up call for us. We have to act as fast as possible. Otherwise, it will be too late. People are becoming more and more self-centered and interaction among them is decreasing. Then development is interpreted in the economic sense only, but as per Indian philosophy, the correct direction of development is spiritual only. Now, this is a very important topic now, and we must critically examine, do some basic research on this, and just propagate this concept that why spiritual development is so important. Just yesterday only, I got some MNC report from some company which says that India will become an economic power and its economy will increase to $6 trillion and all those things. But I just mentioned, I replied to that WhatsApp news that instead of spiritual economic development, now future, we have to talk of spiritual development more and more. So this is the happening. And then global warming is increasing that we are observing as on today also. And the rainfall patterns are changing like anything. Now, if we look at this, then this particular figure shows that an extinction event, also known as mass extinction or biotic crisis, is a widespread and rapid decrease in the amount of life on Earth. Such an event is identified by a sharp change in the diversity and abundance of multicellular organisms. It occurs when the rate of extinction increases with respect to the rate of speciation. So now these peaks in this graph are showing that the percentage of species which were lost. So this is a graph showing for last 550 million years. That is around 55 crore years. And 55 crores, you can see that mostly 5 peaks are there. And so 5 times only this Earth extinction took place on the Earth. But they were all nature made. They were all nature made. But the 6th one, which may start from this by the end of this century, would be human made. And actually, I would say that not this century, but this process seems to have started already. That is what I hear about it. So this is the, so we are moving toward the 6th extinction. Now there is a very funny but very important problem. We talk about science and eco-technology and development and all these things. So on the left side, you can see that by science and technology, we have developed and through say mechanical and chemical engineering, we have built up huge plants. Then electrical engineering, we have made these big machines which are generating electricity. And through civil engineering, for example, we have been successful in constructing big tall buildings. So this is a wonder of science. But there is a problem with science, and the problem is that science has been able to generate this biological order because we feel pride in generating this system. But science has not been able to produce even an ant or even a blade of grass because life comes from life only. Now, this is a very fundamental challenge to science itself, the reductionist approach of science. So that requires a very fundamental change. So the point is to be emphasized is that large number of animals and biological species are disappearing and the role of science, technology, and economic development is intrinsically connected with the loss of this biological species and killing of animals. But on the other hand, science, so-called, we are appreciating it so much, we just take it for granted that science is something very great, but it is not able to produce an ant or a blade of grass. So this is very, very important paradox. And we have to examine the limitation of science also in this perspective, and particularly in the context of Jainism, that knowledge is structured in the consciousness, and that is infinite. But the scientific knowledge is infinite. So this is a very, very big issue and problem which we must examine seriously. This is just a side remark. Uh, now, why this eating of non-vegetarian food is so critical? So I am giving you some data that for United States, which has a population about 330 million or something like that. So if everyone went vegetarian just for one day, the US would save 100 billion gallons of water, 1.5 billion pounds of crops, 3 million acres of land, 33 tons of antibiotics, 1.2 million tons of carbon dioxide, 3 million tons of soil erosion, 4.5 million tons of animal excrement, and almost 7 tons of ammonia emission. Now, this is what is the impact of eating non-vegetarian food on the climate. Okay, now there is another thing which is now actually coming because of say science, I would say. So we have the Darwin principle of evolution, which is becoming a very fundamental principle of science. But when we talk of spirituality in general and Jainism in particular, then here we talk of live and let live. Now there is a fundamental difference between these two principles, and there are scientists who are telling that now this Darwin principle of evolution could be one of the cause of this cutthroat competition in all walks of life, which is actually inducing feeling of violence among people at different levels. Whereas the principle of live and let live has a different perspective altogether about the reality and how should we live. So I will just again go through it because it is so important. Survival of fittest, and here we have live and let live. Now, based on physical reality, the survival of fittest principle, and emphasis is there on differences in species. This results into unwanted competition. Society has been damaged due to it. Need to highlight its disadvantages. There is no goal in this case of the Darwin principle of evolution. We are evolving, but what for we are evolving? There is no direction about this. No objective is there. Then resources are misused. If we compare it with this principle of live and let live, then this is based on the spiritual reality, emphasize on underlying identity. It results into cooperation. Society gets enlightened, need to spread it in the world. Then there is a definite goal, that is moksha. That is a very, very fundamental difference between Darwin principle of evolution and the principle of live and let live. And resources are spiritually used because there is a spiritual component behind the use of resources. I will not go into the detail. It is well known to participants here. Okay, but now recently in actually this comparison of this Darwin principle with this principle of live and let live, I wrote a letter to one very big British scientist. His name was Edward Goldsmith, who was actually editor of a famous journal on environment, very famous journal. There he was so happy that I just can't tell you. And he has a very, very strongly criticized the Darwin principle of evolution, and he used to make statements in the public that this is the basic culprit behind the situation of the world. So it is the opportunity for us to spread the concept of live and let live also. Now, in 2012, there was a meeting of neurologists, 100 top neurologists of the world, and they actually came out with what is known as Cambridge Declaration, and that is very much in agreement with Jainism. This declaration on consciousness in non-human animals was publicly proclaimed and signed by leading scientists at the first annual this Francis Crick Memorial Conference in 2012. Consciousness is present in all living organisms, starting from a small insect to human beings, irrespective of the cortex. So all have feelings of pain and pleasure. Now, this is a very profound thing which supports strongly our Jainism and the principle of Jainism that consciousness or Atma is present in all animals from ant to elephant or like that, full range of these animals. So this is the thing. Then I think there was a photo of Mahatma Gandhi on this side. There's a problem in loading. So UN has so now what is the direction in which we should go now? So this I have again mentioned. UN has declared October 2 as an International Non-Violence Day on June 15, 2007, and just like International Yoga Day on June 14, 2014. Now, the unfortunate part is that International Yoga Day become very, very popular. But International Non-Violence Day, very few people have heard of it. Now, this I feel is a major problem that we are not focusing on this. At least it is the responsibility of Jains, because Gandhi learned the principle of non-violence from Srimad Rajchandji. And he was a Jain, I would call it a monk. He was not a monk, but almost equal to a monk. So it is responsibility of Jain scholars and Jain acharyas to take this idea further and spread it in the whole world. Now, after successful celebration of International Yoga Day, we must plan to celebrate the International Day of Non-Violence on October 2 on a large scale. Please note this thing that I am talking of a large scale. And plan of actions are required for India and 200 countries world over. And I strongly believe that this is possible. This is possible now as on today. So you will actually see some mysterious experiences there. The photo of Gandhiji came in the hand when I was just going through the other slide. So I mean that is the something mystery I don't know. Okay, so what happened in 2015? Acharya Namramuni, his Chaturmas there in our actually very in one Upasa, which is about half a kilometer from my house. So I used to go there and I requested him for this, that we should do something. Now he was very happy and he encouraged us like anything. I mean, so through him we started 2-3 programs, and he could actually request some Shravkas to fund also. So we organized a essay competition in Gujarat University. And there, you know, about 250 students were there, and the title of that essay was Gandhi, Ahimsa or Aaj, and it was a very good response. And I should tell you an example that there was a student whose name was Saddam Hussein, not the Saddam Hussein of that Iraq, but a student of Gujarat University. When we were distributing the prizes and certificates to students, then one of the students came, this is Saddam Hussein, on the stage, and he told that he started learning philosophy of Gandhi after this essay competition. Now, this I think is a big thing, very big thing. Then in 2016, actually, I requested Sri Mahendraji Jain of Bhopal, who is MSc in chemistry, and actually you know him very well. He was very powerful actually. He just contacted Shivraj Singh Ji Chauhan, Chief Minister, and he actually, I mean, before that he contacted Sri Vidyasagar Ji Maharaj Sahab. And Vidyasagar Ji Maharaj Sahab just asked Mahendraji Jain to contact the Chief Minister, and Chief Minister was very happy. He brought all his ministers, and a big function was organized in Bhopal, where ministers were there. Vidyasagar Ji Maharaj Sahab was there, and Shivraj Singh Ji Chauhan was also there. So this I think was a great thing. I mean, Then again in 2016 also, there is one Acharya Raja Surshwarji Maharaj Sahib. He was there in Ahmedabad. His Chaturmas was there in Ahmedabad. And again, I requested him to do something in this direction. He was very, very happy. And instead of one day, he just started with a 7 days program. And on 7 days, that is from September 25th to October 2, large number of these programs were there. Just a minute, I am getting this. Okay. So, and the Kumar Pal Bhai Desai came there, and actually many events were there. So this is just a summary of and some processions. The yatras were also there. These Prabhat ferries were also there. So I am just mentioning some small things only, but there are big. For example, Mahapragya Ji has traveled all over India through a distance of 50,000 kilometers to spread the message of Ahimsa. And similarly, Acharya Tulsi and Acharya Mahashramanji and several of our Jain Acharyas are doing this work. But I think what is happening is that we are not able to have a big impact on this. Now we met this governor of Gujarat also in this connection, Sri Om Prakash ji, and then we met Mr. Sri P.P. Chaudhary ji, who was cabinet minister about few years ago, and then we met Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Vijay Bhai Rupani, and we met the Education Minister of Gujarat. His name is Gopal Singh ji. So the thing is, we tried to create some situation. The people were convinced, but the thing is that a fast movement which is required, it is not happening. I mean, that is something which I feel there is a need to do it. I mean, now these are some of the suggestions that what we should do in this actually. Just a minute, he's trying. Mr. Sisodiya is trying to come. Okay, so.
तो उनका मैं कर रही हूँ. I'm here.
Okay, so for example, eat this vegetarian food only. For example, this could be one statement. So I have just actually wrote down and just put the slide together. And as I told you, I was also watching that. I mean that. This gold medal event, so I could not focus much on the slides for last 1 hour. So open new restaurants on this day in large numbers which provide only vegetarian food. These are some of the simple things. Distribute free vegetarian food in countries which consume non-vegetarian food. Then people should be encouraged to do some kind of fast on this day. Then plan rallies or Ahimsa Yatra all over the world. That is the target now. So that is what actually we can do. I don't know what is wrong with him. Okay, so this is one thing. Then, all right, plan to save some species at your end with your friends and relatives by adopting them. Discourage products made from machines and with artificial means. Then arrange drawing and essay competition in schools and colleges, etc. Wear white clothes on this day so as to discourage pollution caused by color chemicals which also kill small insects in water and air. These are some of the very simple ones which can be easily done, and we can request people to do it, at least on that particular day. So we have to start with a very small thing, but on a large scale. Now, these are some of the ideas which I have given, that all religious groups and religious leaders from all religions should be requested to celebrate this day in their own way. In their own way, in their communities, because there is now a need to save the earth from the extinction. Basically, that is what we have to communicate all the persons in the world, that basically the problem of saving the earth is related with the concept of Ahimsa also, and these 5 Mahavratas are so important for this purpose, because Ahimsa is not alone. Ahimsa depends on these other 4 factors also. So take out, release this, I have covered Ahimsa Yatra, Prabhat Ferries for non-violence in daily life, organize seminars, exhibitions, lectures on non-violence, and its various dimensions, particularly highlighting its relation with environment and ecological dimension. And distribute vegetarian food, I have covered. Put stickers, poster, banners at different public places, offices, industrial units, shop houses, etc. Distribute books on non-violence and vegetarianism. A huge awareness campaign is required to make the people know the relation between food we eat and its impact on the environment. A large number of citizens in cities, towns, and villages throughout the world should join hands in celebrating this day on a large scale. Regular programs should be also taken up to have a long-term planning. Then for school, again, some of these are repetition is there. For children, drawing competition may be arranged showing the love and care for plants, animals, environment, and nature. Dramas, dialogues, and discussion may be arranged to spread the message of Ahimsa among them. They will induce feelings of pity, kindness, and non-violence in them. And I should inform you that when Acharya Raja Surshwarji Maharaj Sahib, they have actually uh, conducted dramas. They have also organized drawing competition, and for 7 days, several activities are there actually. So practically, I should tell you, it is possible, very much possible. I mean, for college students, essay competition and other mentioned above may be planned. An atmosphere should be created so that people start loving birds and animals, etc. Then small booklets indicating the importance of non-violence and environment in different languages may be prepared and distributed among children and common masses. Again, I should tell you that Acharya Raja Surshwarji Maharaj Sahib has produced very small booklet of about, I think, 20 or 30 pages with beautiful photographs in different languages. I have seen in Kannada, Tamil, and actually many other Indian languages in large quantity, and they were distributed actually. Now, media can play a very significant role in spreading this message. So pass on this message on all social networks through Facebook, emails, WhatsApp, and others. All sort of communication like TV, internet, and newspapers should be encouraged to communicate these ideas all over the globe. Then there was some, in our country, state and the central governments can officially pass a resolution to celebrate the International Non-Violence Day on a large scale. Government of India can request governments of other countries to follow the guidelines prepared by the United Nations to celebrate this day as an International Non-Violence Day. Then resolution proposed, actually we, actually in one conference, we have actually passed this resolution. So my Chaitanya Pragya ji was instrumental in that, and myself and Dr. Narendra Pandari, we could see that this resolution was passed in some meeting. Then we have actually distributed these posters. Actually, these are four, this type of, these posters were there. And so these are showing the 4 pages. So A3 size of paper we have taken, and we have made about this 10,000 posters were distributed in 2015, and about 2,000, 1,000 and 2,000 posters were distributed in later years. So these are showing the concept of non-violence, which is there in all the religions. We try to depict this in all these, for example, here and in others also. I mean, sorry. So actually this was also done. Then, I mean, this is latest, I have got it today, we are trying. In the past, we have blessings of so many acharyas actually. So I have mentioned here in the name of them whose blessings were there in our past activities. And actually this needs to be corrected. And what should be done? We have given some very simple examples that what can be done. Then in 2020, there was this COVID was there, but still we celebrated it for 6 days. And about we organized webinars, and this webinar about 25 participants were there. So that included Padma Shri Kumar Pal Bhai Desai, Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Shah, Pujya Akshar Vassal Swamiji, Dr. Dheeraj Lal Mohan Bhai Kakadia. He has done PhD in Ahimsa. Then Professor Mahendra Bhandari, he is an expert of law, but he wanted to prepare a charter, so we invited him also. Then Samni Dr. Chaitanya Pragyaji, Sri Gulabji Kothari, who was chief editor of Rajasthan, who is chief editor of Rajasthan Patrika. Professor Narendra Bhandari, myself, Mr. Chandrasekhar Mathur, Sri B.S. Bhatia, he was director of DECU in ISRO, very senior person, and he's sick by profession, but he gave a very good presentation. Actually, he was also invited in the event of 2016, organized by Acharya Rajeshwari Maharaj. So there he also spoke. Then we invited Father Sri Vinayak Jadhav. Then Professor Jitendra Shah, Dr. Rajmal Jain, Dr. Vinay Jain, Dr. Ronak Thakkar, Dr. Jitendra Bala, Srimati Mittal, this Maulik Bahenpai Patel, Sri Bhadresh Bhai Shah, then Dr. Pratap Sancheti, Dr. Kanak Madrecha, Sri Lokesh Parekh, Sri Nikhil Shah, Professor Kundanlal Kothari, Sri Devendra Parekh, and Sri Narendra Singh Ji Purohit. Now, in this year, you see in these names, you will see that there are persons from all the religions are actually presented. So, what I want to tell you is that is it possible that we can request persons, experts from different religions to come and actually participate in this program. They want it very badly. That is what actually I would say. And it was we had a very positive response from all the stalwart. In Rajasthan Patrika, they have given it actually in the newspaper also for about 2-3 days. And in Ahmedabad, they have given coverage for 6 days. So this concept was there. And here, so many organizations were also involved. And I am especially mentioning this that is the approach required now. We have to work in a very big integrated way. So in this particular case, this organization name I will leave because these are small. Acharya Bhikshu Alok Sansthan, Kelwa Udaipur, Ahimsa Foundation, Akhil Bharatiya Sri Jain Svetambar, the Pujak Yuvak Mahasangh. Then this client system is a computer company, but they are extensively working on developing a system to spread the concept of non-violence. And our Nikhil Shah is he's our trustee also. Then Center for Climate Change and Clean Development Initiative, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maitri Sangh. Then Gurukulam, the Sabarmati Ashram, Institute of Genealogy, Ahmedabad, Jain Center of South Florida, Department of Religious Studies, Florida, Jain Academy of Scholars. It was there earlier also. So Jain Suraksha Sangh, Bombay, Jinendu, Saptaik for young leaders. Then Navsarjan, there is a small body, Rajasthan Bhasha Sanskriti Prachar Mandal, Science and Spirituality Research Institute, Sarvaji Mangal Pratishthan, Pune, the Jodhpur Satellite Svetambar, Murti Pujak Sangh, Shrut Ratnakar, Spiritual Training Research Foundation, this Bombay, then Vicharta Samudaya Samarthan Manch, Ahmedabad, Vigyan Samiti Udaipur, and World Peace Organization, Dubai. Now, what I
request you one thing. अभी आप ये 15 मिनट के अंदर आप अपना खत्म कर लेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा जिससे कि और लोगों
yes, I will do it. Yes. So now in the same way, I see a repetition I will avoid. So now these small experiments were there, I should say, but now we have to go for a big scale. So we have to spread it in the 200 countries of the world, and that is need of the hour. So what should be the strategy for this? So I will now describe a strategy for this. So Jain Academy of Scholars has the best talent and expertise for celebrating this Ahimsa Day. There are around 35 fellows from widely different disciplines who have understood Ahimsa and its various dimensions in the most serious way. A strategy is now required to implement these ideas. With global communication, it is now possible to spread this program in the whole world. So, sorry. Okay, so, all right. So now this very small part of strategy, I should say, need to have following committee. I was thinking about it. So we must think of, a committee of patrons and advisors. And we can think of some number like 108, which is an auspicious number. Then we should have an international core committee, which also should have 108 members. Then we should have a national level committee for different nations, which also can have 108 members. Then we should have state level committees, say for Gujarat, Rajasthan, and different states of India and other nations also. Then we should have district-wise committee, each has 108 members. And then we should have city-wise, taluka-wise, village-level committees, which also had some 108 members. So this is possible. Then, so what JS can do, so JS role is something like this, that constitute committees at different levels, arrange meetings with central and state governments and other organizations, contact like-minded organizations all over the world, identifying appropriate persons for various committees at different levels. This is actually, I would say it is not a difficult task. Then contacting Jain acharyas and religious leaders from different religions. Identify activities for different institutions, school, universities, which are simple to execute. Using the power of global communication like internet, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook to send regular messages. Exploring involvement of non-Jain social groups and individuals for different committees. Then list of the fellows I have given here. 18 the founding members are there. Of course, 2-3 are not active, so that is not an issue. So we can think of making some very big some initiative we should plan now. That is what I am telling. And with this, so many members, so many senior, they are all giants, I should say, in their own fields, and they are working in this huge experience they have. So practically, I am telling how to spread this concept of ahimsa in the whole world. So this is something, and so there was one more slide. Okay, it is not there. So my immediate point is that we should think of some action plan or implementation plan, that how to do it. So right now, I would suggest that we should have something like 11 member, maybe, or I don't know, 21 member, very extraordinary core group who can devote time also among these 35 fellows or like that. So who would like to voluntarily come forward, or we can discuss the numbers and all these things. So here I will stop, and I will request now for some kind of discussion on this, how to proceed further. So thank you very much. बहुत धन्यवाद आपको. And I think I will stop it.
पोखरना साहब,
Mr. Chairman, I have got few questions to ask, because he
yes,
has dealt with my subject, so I would
Yes.
like to speak. So I may be allowed to speak, put some questions.
स्क्रीन शेयर
before
बंद कर
it.
दें आप. हाँ.
Should I start?
Please ask.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for telling all these things. In fact, you have reduced my tension by talking on biological matters, on Darwin's theory and non-violence. And I'm also going to speak on this in my talk on 24th or so. My question is that you told that the sperm counts have gone down by 50%.
Yes.
My experience is I am working on this sperm technology for the last 40-60 years.
Okay.
And I have worked seminology in all mammals, including human beings.
Okay.
Mostly all mammals, including buffaloes, mares, cows, sheep, goat, sometimes monkeys, and human beings. Now
Okay.
you know that
Now this
in
is
one
only
ejaculation.
actually Gyanjanji, I should tell you, I mean, this is a very small part of the whole presentation.
No. But the question is now the
to-
question is okay. Now the question is, if the sperm count has gone by 15%, why the population of the world is going up? Why?
Population is a different concept.
No,
Population
population is not different. Population is a result of ejaculation and ovum and fertilization.
that is different
So
issue.
so-
That is different issue. I am not a biologist, but I think it's a very simple thing that
नहीं साहब, ये पोखरना साहब रुकिए साहब जरा. मेरा रिक्वेस्ट
And-
ये है, इस ये
Okay.
प्रोग्राम
If you are not a biologist, then I should not ask. Then I should not ask. Now the second is
मेरा
regarding-
रिक्वेस्ट सभी से ये है.
no, either I may be allowed to talk on this. I can talk for few hours.
Yes.
On the
we have limited
because
time.
because
Gyanjanji,
reproduction is my area of working.
आज
from
सर ये
1963.
आज फोकस ये रिप्रोडक्शन और स्पर्म का नहीं है। आज फोकस ये है कि हम ये 2 अक्टूबर का जो प्रोग्राम है उसको अच्छे से मनाने के लिए किस तरह से सजेस्ट कर
नहीं
सकते
नहीं, वो
हैं।
बिल्कुल ठीक है। ऐसे डार्विन थ्योरी के बारे में बताना चाहता हूँ। डार्विन थ्योरी वाज सिंपली हाइपोथेसिस। उन्होंने कहा कि एक जो है स्पीशीज का डेवलपमेंट जो है स्टेज वाइज होता है, बट सो फार वी हैव नॉट सीन एनी इंटरमीडिएट stages of any mammals or reptiles or avians or aquatic animals. So it was simply a hypothesis which has now
ठीक है सर, ये
not in
ऐसा ये
existence.
सब्जेक्ट पर
हाँ, ठीक है।
तो अच्छा है सर, ये
Okay,
डाइवर्सिफाई।
thank you very much for this information. We can discuss it in detail afterwards.
यस प्लीज। हाँ
Well, it is a,
ये
I think
भंडारी
this is the right forum. This is the right forum to discuss. Otherwise, it's not possible to meet individually.
ज्ञानचंद जी
No,
साहब
not
आप
on this lecture. Actually, not. I mean,
Yeah.
not as part of this lecture.
And regarding non-violence, I am connected with non-violence. In fact, my life जो है इसी चक्कर में जो है काफी मुझे दिक्कतें भी हुई हैं। And from 1950 आचार्य तुलसी के साथ में रहा हूँ, काफी दिनों तक रहा हूँ। बाद में महाप्रज्ञ के साथ में, महाश्रवण जी के साथ में, और दिगंबर मुनि तो है ही साथ में। तो चलिए, मेरे ये 3 क्वेश्चन थे। अगर जो है आप परमिट करें तो मैं बोलता हूँ, नहीं तो फिर कभी आपस में मिलना होगा तो डिस्कस कर।
प्रोग्राम करने से संबंधित है तो बोलिए, नहीं तो बाद में डिस्कस कर सकते हैं सर।
हाँ, बस
नहीं, मैंने बताया ना कि टू से दैट द स्पर्म काउंट हैज गॉन डाउन बाय 50%।
वो बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे अपन, बाद में सेपरेट अपन लेक्चर रखेंगे।
दूसरी जगह है
ऐसा है, मेरा निवेदन ये है, कोई भी हम डेटा दें, इट शुड हैव ए सब्सटेंशियल साइंटिफिक बैकग्राउंड। Without that, you have to say that we have gone down, we have gone down. It doesn't. अच्छा,
बिल्कुल सही है,
हम जो है अपने,
है
1 मिनट, अपने बारे में,
बिल्कुल सही है
अपने बारे में तो बात नहीं करते हैं
भाई साहब। वो आर्टिकल, वो डेटा बिल्कुल सही है। मैं आपको बाद में बता दूंगा कहाँ से लिया मैंने।
बाद में जरा शेयर कर लीजिए साहब प्लीज। अब ये 10 मिनट तो अभी चले गए, अब जरा प्लीज बाद में जरा शेयर कर लीजिए ऐसे। हाँ, हम खाली ये 2 तारीख के प्रोग्राम पर ही फोकस करें, 2 अक्टूबर के पर, कि हम उसमें किस तरह से सजेस्ट, मतलब और अच्छे से बनाने में किस तरह से सहयोग कर सकते हैं या सजेशन क्या है, तो वो ज्यादा अच्छा है।
अपने खुद का कंट्रीब्यूशन कितना है उस एरिया में का सवाल
अच्छा,
तो ये ना।
भंडारी साहब कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं?
हाँ, आप स्क्रीन शेयर हटा दें पहले तो।
अपने खुद का कंट्रीब्यूशन देखो आप।